Today on Hi Now, Hawaii retailers open their doors to welcome back customers. The new safety measures in place to keep shoppers safe.
Then, ready to dine out? A look at how restaurants are welcoming back guests.
Plus, save family fun just in time for summer. See what's new at Wet n Wild Hawaii. This and more, right now on Hi Now. Aloha and welcome to Hi Now Weekender. I'm Kanoe Gibson.
And I'm KHNL Carlson. It's an exciting time because after months of closures, many of Hawaii businesses are opening up their doors to welcome back shoppers and diners.
Yay.
It's such a good time.
That's right, and each one has taken extra precautions to ensure customers are staying safe. And in this special edition of Hi Now Weekender, we'll be showing you what to expect at a number of restaurants and retailers around the island.
That's right. So first up, Kanoe's taking us to Manuheali'i.
The local designer is part of the Retail Merchants of Hawaii, which has helped the boutique navigate new guidelines to safely reopen. Take a look.
Retail Merchants actually started in 1901, so we've been around for a long time, and we've been the voice of the retail business statewide. And so we provide advocacy, at the state, local, and federal government. We do networking events, we put on educational programs, and we're the resource for all retail members. Our membership actually includes everyone from resellers all the way up to luxury brand items. We have department stores, we have small mom and pop stores, jewelry stores, local businesses, national businesses, and international businesses as well. We have a Ho'okela Award where we award the top of the top and the best of the best in our industry, and we recognize them. We put on seminars and we do a whole bunch of things for our members. With this COVID-19 thing going on right now, we put out almost a daily update on what's going on, where they can find loans or any type of information that might be relevant to a business. We put out a newsletter. For a lot of retailers, they've been closed now for 3 months, and the largest single item expense or monthly expense is their lease rent. So, for a lot of them with no income coming in, they haven't been able to pay that rent. That and trying to get people to come back in and shop in the stores. It is safe now to come back, and actually Retail Merchants of Hawaii put together a guidelines that was based off of our national guidelines. So everybody kind of had a say in what these guidelines should be and how they work, because every business is set up different. So we kind of tweaked it that way, and we sent it out to everyone.
Manuheali'i has been a longtime member of the Retail Merchants of Hawaii. Since the pandemic, we have been in certain ways changing the way we work, but we also have been adjusting to customers. It's been a great learning opportunity. We've been helping more customers online, and so we are now allowing 3 customers at a time here at the Punahou location. And we offer hand sanitizer as they enter, and it is also required to wear a mask. We don't allow trying on, but we have been allowing them to have the 30-day exchange policy. We sanitize our surfaces frequently after every use. This includes our card machine. We've also adjusted that so you don't have to sign, so it's easy to shop at our store. Our Manuheali'i Instagram is a great way to reach out, phone orders. We are also releasing new collections online at manuheali'i.com. We really want to move forward with Malama Kekahi Kekahi, so that's taking care of one another. And that's very important to us and as well as our employees.
And if you are interested in joining Retail Merchants of Hawaii, you can go online to rmhawaii.org.
Brought to you by Retail Merchants of Hawaii. That was actually the first store that I visited since the reopening, and I ain't gonna lie, I dropped a few bucks there.
But Manuheali'i is fantastic, and I noticed as well, they're also making masks.
Yes, they are, and they're super, and you can match your mask to your outfit. And of course, we want to say a big mahalo to Manuheali'i for outfitting us in these gorgeous outfits. I always love wearing their stuff. I feel pretty in it.
I know, it feels great. And don't forget Father's Day coming up tomorrow. You still got time. Make sure you go out and get one. Now, next up, I'm sure lots of people have been going crazy at home, and the weather has been amazing. So it's summertime. What better way to beat the heat than checking out Wet n Wild Hawaii? So Kanoe and I, we took a little trip out to the west side. Take a look.
It's summertime, it is hot outside,
It is.
but thankfully Wet n Wild Hawaii is open for business.
That's right, so we're here in Kapolei. We're about to go bomb some water slides. Let's go.
Wet n Wild Hawaii opened 21 years ago, so May 29th, it was a Friday that we opened. Ironically, we actually reopened after being shut down for the last couple of months on that same date. There's a little bit of everything for everybody. We have the little kids area, Keiki Cove, on up to some of our more thrilling rides. A few years ago, we put in the Waimea Whirl. That's exciting. We got the family raft rides.
Now, Wet n Wild got stuff to refresh your body and your taste buds. Just this year, they introduced Dole Whip.
Rough life, right?
So good.
And all day long, we were like little kids. Kainoa even going with the flow.
More like flowing with the goat. Hanoi had to drop in to show me how it's done.
We wouldn't open if we weren't comfortable in opening. We followed guidelines. We were in constant contact with the state and the city. One, to reinforce what we know, that we have a great, safe environment, but also to make everyone else feel comfortable. We are doing a lot of the same things that everyone else is doing. 24/7, we monitor our water. We have brand new state-of-the-art filtration systems that we put in. People can get in the water, they can be socially distanced. We keep an eye on it, but we also encourage everyone to do their own thing and self-monitor themselves. Stay within your group and enjoy. We encourage everyone in the main thoroughfares and when they're around people to keep masks on. But when you're on your ride, you simply take the mask, put it in your pocket, or hold on to it as you're holding on to the handles. I want to refer people to the CDC and our website, but it's a good environment because actually the chlorine and the sun, it has very favorable effects on and against COVID. We encourage everyone to obviously ride with their families versus strangers, but we monitor that and keep it safe, and it's a wonderful place to be.
We know how hard it is to find fun, affordable activities for the entire family. And so we've come up with a bunch of programs to get families to come out and visit more than once. We do have a special right now. You buy a day, get the rest of the year free. So it's a great deal for, a family of 4. In addition to that, we have a series of dive-in movie nights right at the wave pool. The park is open from 10:30 to 9, and the movie usually comes on right at dusk. And people get to lounge on the pool decks, on the grass, watch a movie, or take a LED tube and, just float in the water and watch the movie. For more information, visit us at wetandwildhawaii.com.
Brought to you by Wet n Wild Hawaii. Coming up next, getting your boba fix has never been easier. Details on T-Presso Bar's new online ordering system.
Plus, dinner and a show. See why Tanaka of Tokyo may be one of the safest restaurants to dine at. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to this special edition of Hi Now Weekender. Today we're giving you an inside look at the changes Hawaii businesses are making in order to safely reopen.
That's right, and for many restaurants, safety obviously is a top priority while also creating a comfortable dining environment for everyone to enjoy.
More than 500 restaurants across the state are serving the community under the guidance of the Hawaii Restaurant Association, and we spoke with its chairman about what they're doing to instill confidence back into the industry.
The Hawaii Restaurant Association, it's a membership organization, and it represents probably around 500 restaurant operations of the thousands that are here. We have allied members, which are the service providers, the food vendors, the beverage vendors. There's a wide range of support companies that, and industries that help us. Our members are also members of the NRA as well. So we get a lot of information and support from the National Restaurant Association. We do education, for instance, in conjunction with the FDA, the CDC, and other professionals related to sanitation, hygiene, and preventing illness, put together a restaurant reopening guideline for the entire country. And then we submitted that to the local government, and it was used in formulation of the guidelines that we're reopening our restaurants now. But guests, when they come to the restaurant, will find a whole variety of new things going on. Reservations are recommended now. wait in the parking lot until your table's ready and then come right in through the lobby and go right to your table instead of standing in a congested lobby. We've put physical barriers up in restaurants, extended the height of the booth. You'll see plexiglass being used in that manner, or curtains in some cases. So that would provide the added protection for our guests. Disposable menus now. There's online ordering from the table as well. You can use your own cell phone in some cases. This isn't something totally new for us. It's just we have to up our game and operate at a higher level. The health department has the placard system. They're always in our restaurants checking on our food safety. We're serving high quality, safe food all the time. And so for us to continue to do that now is a relatively easy thing for us to do. Our staff is as concerned about catching corona from customers as customers might be concerned about catching it from our employees. So it's really important for guests to wear masks when they come to the restaurant. From a consumer confidence perspective, they can trust us, and if they see something that needs to be fixed or they want addressed, they should just let us know right away, and we'll take care of it. Certainly, many of our members needed to learn about PPP, so we provide assistance and support in that area too, sometimes through the association. And then of course we represent the industry at the legislature and at the city government levels as well. So we support the industry as a whole. Whether you're a member or not, the Restaurant Association is there looking out for you if you're a restaurant owner. And so things are slowly returning to normal, I call it. So I encourage all restaurant members, if they're not, to join, particularly independents. It's not a high fee. Well, they could go to hawaiirestaurant.org. It really would help them a lot, and they get an opportunity to learn.
Brought to you by Hawaii Restaurant Association.
If you're looking for dinner and a show, check out Tanaka of Tokyo here at Ala Moana Center. It's located on the 4th floor, open 7 days a week. Let's eat. Oh!
Tanaka Tokyo, we first opened in 1978 in the Waikiki Shopping Plaza. In 2008, we moved from the Ilikai to here in Ala Moana Center. We currently operate 3 full-service teppanyaki restaurants. We were forced to close our dining room. We experimented with takeout. We did okay for the first few weeks, but we were really excited to finally be able to open up our dining room, and most recently we were able to open up this location again. It's great. I mean, very nervous at first with all the new rules and regulations, but we took a few weeks to train our managers and staff to make sure that we're following all of the guidelines. For all of our staff, we monitor their health. Right? We do take their temperatures when they come in just to make sure that no one has a fever. When guests come in, we have 2 hand sanitizer stations at the front that they can use for social distancing. We've measured out our tables so that each party will be at least 6 feet apart from each other. So one of the great things too is the power of our ventilation system. Because we're a teppanyaki restaurant, we have very strong exhaust systems, and above each of our tables, the amount of air that actually circulates out of the restaurant compared to the air that's being drawn in is 15 times greater than Department of Health standards.
So you're gonna ask
It's a full course meal. Everyone gets to choose their main entree, and it'll come with a bunch of small side dishes. It starts off with a salad, there's a shrimp appetizer, mix of vegetables, white rice, pickled vegetables, miso soup, Japanese green tea, and dessert. I've been here for 15 years, and when I'm on the floor, I'll still find myself just fascinated with what the chefs are doing. And each of them, again, has their own kind of unique way of doing things too, so it's excellent entertainment.
My name is Aljan. I'm the executive chef of Tanaka of Tokyo. I've been cooking for 7 years.
Oh!
With full of aloha. I love you, you love me. We have training program over here in Tanaka of Tokyo. They will teach you basic things, basic tricks, basic cooking.
What's the first trick you learned? Very first one.
This one, the first one. Yeah. Yeah. You cannot rush good food, right? So what good thing in this, like while we are waiting for the food to cook, we are doing show, engage with the customers. It makes the dining in a different experience. It's more a family style, not so much on the phone.
Steak heaven.
Steak heaven, I like that.
Boom!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh! Now check out Chef Aljan and everyone down here at Tanaka of Tokyo. This whole segment will be up on HiNowDaily.com. Hey!
This guy's a genius.
Brought to you by Tanaka of Tokyo.
The Presso Bar family has always been about fresh brewed, organic alternatives and bringing people, families, Ohanas together. And with this pandemic, it's kind of hard to do that. So we have to adjust according to rules, regulation, and the CDC guidelines. The restaurant's beginning to open. Tea Press Bar chooses to remain as a takeout, and we are gradually working our way back to the way it used to be. But we're gradually moving toward that direction. If there's a line that's formed up, we have to have 6 feet social distancing. So we have marked all the 6 feet apart where customers can come inside. We cannot have 5 at a time, inside at a time. So if there's more than 5, we have them wait out here. And as soon as the other person walks out, we can directly have them come in. So mask is required. We have sign posted, social distancing sign, just as a reminder. So once you come in, we also have social distancing, markers. Only one person registered at a time. So this is the ordering part. As soon as you're done ordering, this is a waiting area right here. So it's also marked with 6 feet distancing markers. Shield, glass shield that is protect my staff and the customers. Hand sanitizer is for the customers, and my staff has one inside too. The Tea Presso would like to thank all the customers for your continued patronage through this tough time.
That's right, local businesses slowly starting to get back to normal. So for more information about Tea Presso, head over to HighNowDaily.com.
Brought to you by Tea Presso Bar.
Still ahead, fresh produce and gourmet meals all in one box. How you can sign up for this special delivery.
Then, in need of some new outfits? See how Cookie's Clothing Company is making it safe and easy. Don't go anywhere.
If you're getting a little tired of going to the grocery store, you're kind of scared of it, or if you're wanting to cook some gourmet meals but you don't quite know how, well, Cow Box may be the thing for you. We've got owner LIN-HURTUBISE here with us now. Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for coming. I'm excited about this. Let's talk about Cow Box.
Cow Box is something that we put together when COVID happened at the end of March. Thomas Naylor, who is the chef and owner of KHNL Kitchen, he and his team have prepared all of this wonderful deliciousness. Fruits and vegetables are all locally grown, and our partner, Oahu Fresh, helps us to get it into our boxes. So like a hybrid of grocery store and chef. If we didn't have our chef partner, if we didn't have our produce partners, we wouldn't exist. So it's a triangle approach, and we feel like this is the way forward for us.
So in every box, what do you typically get?
You get a meat, you get chicken, and you get a fish. And then you also get starches. So this week we have potatoes, we have a lovely bread that's always baked fresh. And then we actually have 2 types of rice, eggs, a soup every week, fruits and vegetables, and then always a fabulous dessert.
So anybody can do this?
Truly, anyone can do this.
Let's see how easy it is.
And we're going to try the fabulous chicken and the rice. 15 minutes in water, so we're gonna try that out, and then we're gonna have a delicious gourmet meal to enjoy. So in the meantime, we're going to make a very simple vegetable to go with our chicken and rice. Saute them, and in this week's box, we have this kimchi dressing for vegetables.
Ooh, I love.
So a little bit of kick.
Wow.
Doesn't that smell great?
Smells delicious.
So yeah, you can see like this is a lovely meal for like a family of 3 or 4 right here. And then for those who are individuals or couples, we put in each of our boxes a way to actually do it-yourself meal planning and put it in the refrigerator, and that's 4 different meals, either lunch or dinner for the week. And voila, that is a meal in 15 minutes.
Gorgeous,
gourmet,
healthy,
local.
But the true test is how does it taste, right? I tell you what, that chicken is so soft, bursting with flavor. This is amazing. So how do we order?
You order by going to our website. It's cowboxnow.com. You can also subscribe with us. So if you subscribe with us, you also have access to vegetarian boxes. Wow. We have a giveaway once a month where we give away a cow box. So super easy.
And then how does it get to you?
We do pickup on Saturdays from 10:30 to 1 at ALOHA Center, and then we also deliver across the island.
Well, this was amazing, and I can't wait to try it out. I'm gonna have to order one. Thank you so much, Kat, for doing this and for coming today. You guys need to check it out too. Cow Box. We'll have more information up on our website, HighNowDaily.com. I'm going back in. That was so good.
Brought to you by Cow Box.
I know a lot of people are excited for their personal favorite stores to be open at this time, and one of mine is Cookies Clothing Company. And today we're hearing from the owner, Christina, on what they're doing across the state to make the shopping experience both safe and enjoyable.
Over the last couple of months, we've been trying to figure things out. We've obviously needed to really go online, and we're super grateful for all of the women out there that supported our website and bought while we were on quarantine. We're really excited to be back to work. Our employees are excited to get to serve the women of Hawaii. And of course, it's very different now. It looks very different. It feels very different. All of our locations reopened on May 15th. And that was nice to get back to business. Steady as she goes. I know people are still a little bit nervous about getting out there. So we're now offering a curbside concierge where you can make phone orders and we will have it ready for you. And if you come by with an ID, we'll bring it out to your car. Or if you want to buy something online because you're not really ready to come into the malls yet, you can come by our office in Coca Marina and we will bring it out to your car. So curbside concierge is kind of how we've adapted to people not really feeling comfortable going out quite yet and being the new normal. So right now, to protect our employees, we have plexiglass set up so that they have an extra barrier. And we also are providing them disposable gloves so they can count the cash and receive cash from the customers. And also we have hand sanitizer that we're providing to employees and customers. We are disinfecting commonly used areas. We have markers on the floor to indicate social distancing so people know where to stand. Also, the CDC has given us guidelines that there can only be one person per 200 square feet in each store. So each store outside has indicated how many people are allowed in at each time. So we're really happy to hear that California and our vendors are getting back into the swing of things because that's where the fashion district is and that's where we get the majority of our clothing from designers, and they've been shut down a little bit longer than Hawaii has. So now that summer's around the corner, they're starting to show us previews of all the beautiful trends that are coming out, and we're just really excited to start bringing in those shipments for everybody. All 7 of our stores are now open, but if you're not comfortable coming into the stores, our website is always available at cookiesclothingco.com.
Brought to you by Cookies Clothing Company, Hawaii.
Up next, a visit to Kalapawai Market and Cafe in Kapolei.
Plus, aid for small businesses during the pandemic, how Central Pacific Bank provided some relief when High Now returns.
Welcome back to High Now Weekender. You know, over the last few months, local restaurants have been hit hard by the pandemic. While many pivoted to takeout, some were forced to shut down altogether.
And now restaurants across the state are excited to finally be able to welcome back customers. Have you been out to eat?
I have, and the environment obviously has changed,
Yeah.
but the Ono tasting food has not. No doubt about that. The food is still great, and I'm happy to be able to go back out and get it.
I know, me too. There's something so wonderful about the social part of being able to eat out,
Definitely.
right? All right, now you actually went to Kalapawai Market.
I did. That's one of my favorite spots.
All right, well, we're going to take a look right now at how they're making takeout easy.
First, of course, there's the initial shock when the press conference comes around, and then you want to make sure that everybody's healthy and staying safe.
Aloha, Kalapawai Kapolei, Leilani speaking. How may I help you?
My name is Lindsay Diamond. I'm the owner of Kalapawai Market, Kalapawai Cafe in Kailua Town, and Kalapawai Cafe here in Kapolei. Fortunately, we already had a pretty strong takeout business, so we already had the pieces in place to move forward with that. We didn't have to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. Little tweaks here and there. And then what we started doing is, over the last couple of years, we were upgrading our point of sale systems at some of our locations, and we realized that there were a lot of technology advances over the last few years that were really pushing touchless, contactless payments, tap payments, iPhone, Apple Pay, and online ordering. So we did our homework and really buckled down and focused on how do we get a streamline where the guest doesn't even have to get out of their car. Basically turns us into a nice drive-through.
Here at Kalapawai Market in Kapolei, this is the only place to come and get your hands on one of these. These are their new steak bentos. They just launched 5 of them. There's a breakfast one as well, and this one has got all the fixings. It's got steak, it's got veggies, it's got onions, all of it over a ton of rice. You know us local boys, we need rice.
Guests can order 15, 20 minutes out, call when they arrive, and we run it right out to their car. Definitely think that the takeout and the curbside are things that are going to be here to stay. Abundance of caution is going to be around. The rules are going to change for how all businesses operate, and the mindset for operators is going to change. I think that really sitting back and saying, okay, here's what we can't do anymore, I think that's the wrong mindset moving forward. I think we have to sit back and say, okay, here's what we're not supposed to do. How do we operate within that and pivot and grow from there? And it's just basically taking control of what we can and not sitting back on what we can't control. 25 years at the market has taught us a lot of things on, okay, this didn't work, okay, maybe it's time to revisit this thing that we tried 10 years ago, and oh look, it caught. Fabulous staff that's just been super flexible, really embracing the changes and helping educate our guests on how we're operating now.
They've also got good Ono cheeseburgers, 5-ounce patties with lettuce, tomatoes, onions, fries. They've got all the fixins. Come out here to Kapolei, Kalapawai Market, check it out. We'll have this whole segment up on HiNowDaily.com.
Brought to you by Kalapawai Market and Cafe.
Small businesses were among the hardest hit during the coronavirus pandemic. While many struggled to stay afloat, Central Pacific Bank stepped in to offer assistance and kokua to those who needed it most.
The pandemic was huge, and we went from a state with the lowest unemployment rate in the nation to one of the highest. And our small business customers were understandably very concerned, and there was a lot of fear, and they wondered what to do next. Brick and mortar retailers were probably one of the hardest hit, and aside from addressing the public health concerns with sanitary protocols and social distancing, they were especially hit hard during the lockdown. Our first step was to help our businesses buy some time with immediate temporary relief through the Small Business Administration's Paycheck Protection Program. So to date, Central Pacific Bank has processed over 7,000 loans, totaling over $550 million. And this bought valuable time and saved countless jobs. The PPP program allowed businesses to apply for a loan that was 2.5 times the cost of their payroll costs. This allowed them to rehire employees, cover their payroll costs, as well as utility costs, rent, and the loan will be forgivable if certain requirements are met, and we'll be helping our customers navigate through that process. There's that new norm that's going to be in place, and people are asking what should they do next. We've reached out to professionals to share their expertise via a series of webinars to help small businesses navigate through the pandemic. We invited the Small Business Administration to share information about the Paycheck Protection Program. We invited business owners to share, what is working for them. We would like to see Hawaii open up to visitors again, while maintaining protocols for the safety of our community. The Central Pacific Bank Foundation is developing a new initiative to help small businesses thrive in the new normal, which we anticipate will be an increasingly digital world. We see this as bricks to bytes. The Central Pacific Bank Foundation is thinking about how we can use our resources, both financial investment and leadership, in the best way to help small businesses get their operations and offerings online as quickly as possible to be successful. So stay tuned on cpb.bank for more information, because there's going to be some pretty cool things coming out.
Brought to you by Central Pacific Bank. Still ahead, thinking about switching to solar? See the system on your roof before it's installed.
Details on Malama Solar's 3D renderings after the break.
Thanks for joining us on Hi Now Weekender. You know, restaurants and retailers weren't the only ones hit hard by the pandemic.
That's right. Schools also had to make a transition to distance learning, and we talked to Hawaii Catholic schools about how they moved their curriculum online.
The stay-at-home order really threw us through a loop because it didn't give us a lot of time to prepare for any type of online curriculum. But the good thing was when I became principal 3 years ago, we already integrated a lot of the technologies into our classroom. So from second grade and up, they already had their own Chromebook devices they were using in school. So we could use that type of learning that we do in the classroom and bring it into the home dynamic.
It was quite a transition, and all the schools had to evolve into that, especially the smaller elementary schools. They already had some platforms and some technology available to them that they were using. And so I'm glad about that they were already on board with it. So the transition was a little smoother than it could have been.
Parents had to be almost the overseer of the curriculum. That was definitely a challenge, but for the most part, we were able to execute it pretty effectively. And I think I can say that confidently about most of our Catholic schools, that we were able to do that because most of us have smaller schools. We have that one-to-one device ratio with all of our students.
They did such a great job, honestly. The teachers and the principals did a fantastic job. It's actually harder work to provide distance learning, quality distance learning, than it is to do it in the classroom. And they did a tremendous job. Our standards and the quality of the learning, those elementary schools were smaller, and were able to be agile and change quickly, stayed strong through the end of the year. I'm just so proud of them.
Brought to you by Hawaii Catholic Schools.
Malama Solar takes great pride in not only taking care of their customers, but the environment as well. So today, we're here with the owners of Malama Solar, Chris and Rachel Asu. Mahalo for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Malama Solar, tell us your story.
I worked for a few different solar companies before starting this, and I love solar, I love being in the industry. I saw that there were some things that I wanted to change with it. I didn't feel like, the customers were getting the experience that they needed and that they deserved. And I felt like we could make things better. I decided it was time to kind of start our own thing.
We handle everything from start to finish, and we just keep the customers updated. We take care of all of the approvals, so there's obviously utility approval, there's homeowners association approvals, permits, a bunch of things that we need to take care of, but we handle it all. It's really simple and straightforward for the customer. Usually on average, it takes about 2 to 4 months.
Most of the time, in our sales appointments at least, in our initial consultations, we meet face-to-face with our homeowners. So we go in front of your house and we're talking to you, and we had to figure out a way to get around that. And so we started doing these virtual appointments. We use different software now where we can model solar being on your roof. Using 3D modeling, we're able to look at your house. We use Google Images, Apple Images, different satellite images to make sure that it is your correct home. And then we can model how many solar panels can fit on your roof, what roof plane would be the best to put solar panels on, where the batteries would go, and we use lots of different programs in order to get that.
These 3D renderings and these designs that we give on the virtual appointments, they're pretty accurate. But of course you want to just follow up with the site survey, make sure that the roof and everything is good to go. And we take every precaution to be safe during the site survey. So our site surveyors, there's only one person showing up on site. They make sure that everything that can be installed the way that the system was designed to be. They wear masks, they wear gloves, they're practicing social distancing.
So we've worked really hard to make sure that we can make solar affordable for everyone. We've found some different programs and different options that makes it worthwhile for everyone, no matter what their budget is, no matter what they're saving or spending right now.
A lot of people think that solar is really expensive and they have to have thousands of dollars saved up in order to get started, but that's not the case. They can pretty much get started, and there's a bunch of different financing options that are available to them.
Go to our website, malamasolar.com, and they can actually book a virtual appointment directly through the website.
Instagram and Facebook, at Malama Solar.
Brought to you by Malama Solar.
Among the many issues that have come from the current pandemic, tax concerns is at the top of the list for many businesses, and some of those can be avoided. Here on the line is Adam Brewer from AB Tax Law to talk more about it. Aloha, Adam.
Aloha, Kanoi. Thanks for having me.
Now, first of all, what are the primary tax concerns facing Hawaii's small businesses?
In these circumstances where the income really just shut off overnight, a lot of businesses are going to have trouble making that prior period tax payment. Even in the best of times, it's not uncommon for small businesses to play catch up with the tax payment. That might mean they're using 2020 income to pay their 2019 taxes, or they're using second quarter income to pay their first quarter taxes. The second big issue we're seeing right now is concerns about the PPP program. The guidance to this point hasn't been really clear on what businesses need to do to have that loan be forgivable. So there's a lot of questions there from the small business side.
Now, what advice would you give a business that maybe isn't able to pay their taxes at this time?
Generally, we tell our clients it's better to avoid a new tax debt than to pay off an old tax bill. So we just really want an honest conversation about whether they're going to be able to pay their 2019 tax bill, but also stay current for their 2020 tax bill. In this context, if you can only pay your 2019 tax bill, or make a 2020 tax deposit, we probably want to focus on making a 2020 tax deposit and then work out some sort of resolution with the IRS or the state on any prior due taxes.
So are there any types of tax bills that maybe businesses should prioritize over others?
Absolutely. All tax is obviously important that you pay it, but there is a type of tax called a trust fund type tax. That's anything that you're withholding from a third party. In the state of Hawaii, there's general excise tax. And if you operate a short-term rental, you're going to be withholding transient accommodations tax. There's personal liability attached with those. The other thing is if you file for bankruptcy, they're non-dischargeable type taxes. And so there's just really no way to walk away from those trust fund type taxes. Make those a priority, and then we can circle around and tackle any issues with income tax.
All right, Adam, any final tax advice for businesses that may have been hurt by the pandemic?
Control what you can. So that means even if you can't pay your taxes, at least file timely. It can save you the late filing penalties, which are often worse than the late payment penalties. And so if you need help, ask for it. There's offices like mine that you can request a virtual conference or tax evaluation. For more information, you can visit our website. You can schedule a free tax evaluation there. It's www.triumphovertax.com.
Brought to you by AB Tax Law APC.
Coming up next, fuel up and save up. How Aloha Petroleum is keeping customers safe and helping them save. When High Now returns. Welcome back to High Now Weekender. Now, earlier we showed you some of the changes that schools are making to better protect students during this time.
Not only has Hawaii Catholic schools made the transition to distance learning, but it continues to provide students with the skills necessary to thrive in today's world. Take a look.
Well, I think of 21st century learning a lot, and really, especially now, really what is 21st century learning skills? It is the basic life skills. My faculty and staff agree that listening, following instructions, asking good questions, sharing, and using social skills are the key basic skills that we need, whatever century we're in. And so, we acknowledge and we praise our students for their academic achievements and accolades, but we always ask them to return to what kind of skills they needed to achieve those.
We have over a dozen K through 8 schools, elementary schools, scattered around the state. And they do a fantastic job, and it's really quality education, a very fair price, of great value.
children, just like adults, they learn best when they're interested and the concept is relatable to their everyday life. So STEM is very important and it's alive. It's easiest to apply through our aftercare programs and through intercession programs. Right now in our summer program, we're running our Kids Spark Education, and the kids are so thrilled about it. We're part of the Catholic School League, so we've got volleyball, basketball, track and field. Our cheer group is the largest in the diocese of the Catholic School League. And other extracurriculars include the musical production, to learn theater. We have a Korean ministry, a praise and worship ministry, and ukulele.
Well, we take applications throughout the school year, and we're looking forward, especially those elementary schools, to provide a full-time, in-class education starting in August.
Brought to you by Hawaii Catholic Schools.
Now that people are back into the groove of hitting the roads again, knowing where to fuel up is just as important. And joining me from Aloha Petroleum is Casey Bui. Aloha.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us today. We know we have an array of gas stations, of course, to choose from. Why should we choose Aloha Petroleum?
Well, Kanoi, getting people to where they need to go is really the heart of our business. We have over 50 Aloha fuel stations across the state to serve our customers, and we're all about value, choice, and convenience when it comes to providing for their fuel needs. Of course, safety is really important to us, especially right now with everything going on. So we continue to follow all the CDC guidelines with face masks, social distancing, and sanitization.
I think a lot of people wouldn't realize that there could be a difference between different types of fuels. Tell us about your alls.
So Aloha is continuously committed to providing quality gasoline at our fuel stations. We offer top-tier gasoline, which means that our gas contains 2 to 3 times the amount of cleaning agents that's required by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. And continued use of top-tier gasoline actually has proven to optimize fuel economy, reduce emissions, and also restore vehicle performance. We additize all our grades of gasoline with top tier so that it meets the top tier specifications that's actually recommended by some of the world's leading automakers.
Interesting. Okay, well, earlier you actually mentioned value. Can you share with us how some of your customers can actually save at the pump?
During these times, everyone's looking for ways to save money. And so we have a special program called the Save a Dollar Club of Hawaii, where we give our customers a discount on fuel. It's really a proprietary charge card that is customized to the needs of both businesses and consumers as well. With our Save a Dollar It's Magic card, consumers can save up to 8 cents per gallon discount on fuel when they use that card at our stations. For businesses, whether they have one vehicle or a large fleet of vehicles, companies save with our Save a Dollar commercial card. They save time and money with the various discounts, as well as the different fuel process and EG management process for fuel that we have in place.
Can you use these cards at any of your stations?
Because Aloha is the authorized distributor and retailer for Shell gasoline in Hawaii, our cardholders are able to use their cards at both Aloha stations and Shell stations, which means that they get access to their discounts at over 100 stations statewide. Everything with this program is managed locally. So they're able to call and reach out to a local customer service person who's able to assist them with what they need right away. If anybody's interested, they can visit our website at www.alohagas.com.
Wonderful, Casey. Thank you very much for this information and for joining us. We'll have more info on that on our website as well, highnowdaily.com.
Brought to you by Aloha Petroleum. Coming up next, a new way to look and feel your best. See how Elite Health Hawaii can help with those stubborn problem areas. We'll be right back.
If you're trying to get your health in order, but you're stuck with a few stubborn problem areas, there's a non-invasive way to permanently get rid of fat cells. It's called cryo-slimming, and I tried it out at Elite Health Hawaii. Take a look.
Yes. I'm going to get the temperature. So it is a permanent fat loss reduction treatment.
Elite Health Hawaii is a dedicated anti-aging or age management medicine practice. We started the practice 5 years ago. I actually was the first patient. When I came out of medical school, residency, I was overweight, terrible energy levels, and I realized this was not a good trajectory. I went to a physician who did a really comprehensive, proactive sort of a health program. My life transformed because I felt completely differently. And I would say I'm in better shape now at 43 than I was when I was 25. I brought that same model of comprehensive, proactive age management medicine to Hawaii. We do a lot of Botox, we do a lot of dermal fillers. We do something called radiofrequency microneedling. Really the gold standard, honestly, for skin tightening. But then we also were the first, and still I think the only practice in Hawaii to have cryoslimming. So we use cold to kill fat. They discovered this years ago when they noticed certain children were losing fat on their cheeks here. And they couldn't figure out why, and they realized these are kids who were eating too many popsicles. The fat cells were literally dying. Somebody had the wherewithal to say, wait a minute, this could be used other places. And so that was kind of the advent of cryolipolysis, and that's how it came about. You basically lay down and we put the treatment pads wherever you need the treatment, right across the lower abdomen. That's a really common area for many people, or the love handles. Some people get sort of the bra fat or thighs. Sometimes the under the chin area, people want to slim that out a little bit. So you just lay there and it gets a little bit warm at first, then it gets a little bit cold. Within about 45 minutes, your treatment is over. The fat cells over the next couple weeks continue to die off, and your body flushes them out through the liver and the kidneys, and then they're gone forever. And you see, on average, ½ inch to an inch of reduction in one treatment. Most people average between 5 to 10 treatments. There's zero downtime. It's completely safe. There is no discomfort with it. The only contraindications to it would be pregnancy. So our promotion for June is for men. It is Botox at $10 a unit. We are also going to be doing a giveaway for dads for Father's Day, giving away 20 units of Botox. We are running a promotion on our cryoslimming currently. So basically, if you buy 4, we're going to give you 2 free, which is a $900 value. If you're interested in scheduling a consultation for any of our procedures, you can go to our website at elitehealthhawaii.com, or you can message us on Instagram at Scott Sanderson MD.
Brought to you by Elite Health Hawaii.
Wow, so what was that experience like?
Okay, well, first of all, never did I think I would be showing my midsection to all of Hawaii, so there you go.
You look fantastic.
I mean, it was interesting. You know, at first, I mean, it's really cold. It gets to like -6 degrees or something like that. So I didn't know if I would be able to withstand it, but once it kind of, I guess it kind of numbs after a while, you know, you don't feel it anymore. So really, it's not uncomfortable at all. And I did lose like 3/4 of an inch in that one treatment. And they say it takes like 5 to 6 treatments. But
and it's cryo, so what essentially is happening?
So the fat cells die, and then over 2 weeks, you flush them out through your lymphatic system, so you pee them out.
Crazy.
Are you thinking about doing it, Kaitoa?
I need to do it. You don't need to do it. You're skinny enough.
I love how he's all about quality of life, though. So I think that that's great. So you all should check him out at Elite.
Welcome to 2020. We're just killing fat cells with being cool.
It's great. Hey guys, mahalo for watching Hi Now. Remember, you can catch any of our segments again on HiNowDaily.com.
Be sure to follow us at Hi Now Daily on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and now even on YouTube. So make sure you click that subscribe button. Now next week, from Cabernet to Chardonnay, we got a chance to do some wine tasting with Master Sommelier Chuck Furia.
He's awesome.
You don't want to miss it.
Plus, ever wondered what a chef really eats at home? We're taking you inside the home of Chef Colin Hazama. We'll see you on Monday morning. Bye now.
Aloha.